Well, my next guest is the driving force behind a film festival that celebrates Jewish culture and history. Pamela Lovett joins me to talk about the lineup of films that are playing at this year's Seattle Jewish Film Festival. Welcome, welcome to New Day.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, we love having you on. So congratulations, first of all, on the 30th anniversary.
Thank you.
Tell me about the Seattle Jewish Film Festival for someone that hasn't heard of y'all.
Sure. Well, I think the festival began first as an opportunity in the community to really kind of create interfaith, intergroup dialogue and to kind of build understanding and tolerance in the community. And cinema seemed like the perfect way to do it. We used to show films to students as well as obviously all ages. But now that it's a program of the JCC, which is the Jewish Community Center, the purpose is really to amplify profound Jewish connections for those in the Jewish community and to continue to do the other work for those outside of it. We are one of the largest and longest running cinema, ethnic cinemas here in Seattle. We have our own cinema on Mercer Island. And so our work is really to bring people that don't know anything about Jewish culture, or maybe they are married to somebody Jewish, or maybe they just love the films because famous people are in them, or comedies, and just to really celebrate international Jewish and Israeli cinema.
Gosh, amazing. And 30 years. Okay, and we're a week into the festival.
Yep.
We want to talk about some of the films that you can see in person. And we're starting with one that's a West Coast premiere, I hear, Blind at Heart.
Yes.
What is this one?
So Blind at Heart is actually an adaptation of a book by Julia Fink. It was the same title of the book. It won the German Book Prize, and it is an incredible journey. It's of 1920s Berlin. Obviously, you can see that it's all about the sort of glory of the moment before, obviously, the war begins. And this woman's moral choices and the sort of epic journey that she takes, it's very much a woman-centered film and how to survive.
Okay.
And I think it's one of those films that just women will really enjoy, and it's playing at the Majestic Bay Theater on Wednesday.
Amazing. Okay, and next up, Bad Shabbos, right? What is this?
So Bad Shabbos is actually a very New York sensibility film. It has an incredible ensemble cast. In a moment, you're going to see Kira Sedgwick, Bill Paymar. It's really an amazing. It's funny, it's light, but it's definitely a Shabbos or a Shabbat on Saturday that's gone horribly wrong. Very Upper West Side, the sort of morals of both being religious, not religious, and a wedding that's about to happen. But I think something goes terribly wrong, and it stars Kira Sedgwick. It has Method Man in it. It's just one of those delightful films. It is actually on standby right now on Saturday night, so we added a new screening on Sunday night at 7:30. It was so popular, and the filmmaker is going to be here Saturday night with a cheesecake reception for closing night.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That is such a big cast.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So comedy, you would say, with that for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely cheeky.
Okay.
Very cheeky.
We like that. And then there's a sing-along, Fiddler on the Roof, right?
Yeah, so Fiddler on the Roof was a tradition for many years, the festival being 30 years old. We used to screen at the Cinerama, and this was the closing night event. And we thought for our 30th, might as well bring back sort of a tradition, literally singing tradition. And to bring this incredible film back also means the kids can come in costumes. We are going to be serving blintzes and borscht and kind of playing up the whole era. There's going to be a fiddler trivia contest. So it's an intergenerational, multi-generational, we call it mishpacha, which means family in Hebrew. It's a mishpacha matinee. Literally bring the whole family and come down, and you can get up and prizes and the whole works.
Gosh, it's so fun that this is like a family-friendly event to be able to take everyone, like you said.
Absolutely.
And then starting today through April 13th, you can also watch a number of films virtually, right? So starting with Carla the Rescuer.
So amazingly, Carla the Rescuer is a film that was shot in Spokane, and we actually only learned of it when it was submitted to our festival. We didn't really know much about it, but our local Holocaust Center for Humanity, also one of their education directors, is in the film. Carla actually grew up in the Netherlands, and she was an incredible part of the Dutch resistance. Her whole family didn't even know much about it. She grew up literally around the corner from Anne Frank.
Wow.
Her sister was friends with Anne Frank. And this is about how she survived, but this is her young great-granddaughter, who her voice is the narration of the film. And two professors at Gonzaga University produced the film and made the film because they just needed to capture her story. Carla is turning 102. She is the most vibrant, amazing woman, and that kind of resilience and that kind of grit is what got her through the Holocaust. But she goes and continues to educate students at this age throughout Seattle and the greater Washington area and in Spokane. It's an incredible story, a very unique story, and she didn't tell it to anyone in her family until she was 90 years old.
Wow, chills. Okay,
Yeah.
Janice Ian, I want to get to this one too.
Yeah, so sort of the theme of the festival this year is very much about grit to resilience, and Janice Ian was an incredible girl at 14 years old, wrote a song and wrote an album called Society's Child, and it was about interracial relationship. Many know the song 17, that's what she's really famous for. But of course what happened is most of the radio stations banned it. Well, she had so many champions. Leonard Bernstein was a champion. She continued throughout her life to continue to reinvent herself all the way up until becoming an early proponent of gay marriage. So she was just an activist her whole life through her musical career, and it's an incredible documentary, and I really hope people will see it. It's part of our Music Mavens series.
Amazing. Okay, how can people take part in the festival, of course?
The festival is still going on, and you said it's going to be running virtually, so 15 films in total will still be online for people to watch for 2 weeks through April 13th. And of course, they can come to the festival, but all the information is at seattlejff.org. And if you go to the venue and you click virtual, if that's what you want, you'll just see the virtual films. Otherwise, you can see the films that are playing at Majestic Bay Theater, at UW Hillel. We have a free student screening on Thursday. It's our shorts program. Any student, any age can come. And then we go to our venue on Mercer Island for the closing weekend of Fiddler and Bad Shabbos.
Thank you so much for being here. Congrats on your Pearl
Thank you.
anniversary.